Hey guys, how are you? What's going on? Okay, so I was doing some research because I was getting this receipts ready that we were talking about last night, and baby, I had to go and track down the videos because I was like, what is that thumbnail? So I shared a couple of videos, just two at the moment because there were more. But then I saw Miss Waller put back up her I'm in the studio over at Tasha K video, Miss Waller 915. I'm like, damn. And then when I look at these comments, I'm like, gosh, I mean, I knew it was like, whatever. She's in the comments. Anyway, um, but you know how you can click on someone's name and you can see if they subscribe to the channel, like that they've been subscribed or like how many that they have commented on your channel. Um Okay. Anyway, so I'm late. I'm late. I meant to be here an hour ago, but I got thrown off. Um, I was live earlier and we ended over at TikTok because there was some news about one of my faves on YouTube that I was very, 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 very upset about. And I had to take a minute. Like I was kind of like, what? So if you didn't see Love Lies and Lace Fronts this morning, check it out, but I was not happy about that news. And then we're gonna watch the opening statements for Lori Vallow. So today is just flying by very, very, very fast. So, um, wow, okay. I just saw you were something that was disturbing. Anyway, let me say hi to everybody. So this live is going to send you over to the Lori Vallow opening statements at 1:30. If you guys are joining, awesome. I wanna see you guys there. If I'm gonna see you guys later, then that's cool too. But I do wanna check this out. Also, I cannot believe that Monica Cementelli, they are still in closing arguments. I mean, this is crazy. Like, when is this trial gonna end? It's been over 40 days. They started it in January. A murder case. They started it in January, and it's April. I don't know how long these people are gonna deliberate or not, but baby, if they would hurry up and finish the closing statements already, it's nuts. I see all of the manicure hands. Happy Monday. So I owe you guys. I'm getting everything ready. I'm just gonna show you a little sample here. I feel like I ran out of alerts. Uh-oh. I feel like I ran out of alerts. Wait a second, let me do this real quick. So I rerouted you guys over to the next live because that's gonna start. I guess we're gonna start that up as soon as the court court goes into session. Um, give me just a second. Okay. So I was going through. This is WBLK, but I need to show you guys Ms. Waller, and then I need to do a search for something else. Hold on. I feel like I didn't get everything. Hold on. Let's see. Did I miss anything? No, not yet. We just started, but we're not staying long because the next live is gonna be starting. We're gonna do the opening statements at the Lori Vallow Daybell situation. Um, some of these are funny. Hold on. Okay, let's look at this. Let me make this dark. So, okay, I'll leave it like that. That's fine. So she was mad at a couple of videos. I shared the videos, but 2 points of pissed offness is ma'am was very mad at the video that I did about her getting shot. She can talk about it, but nobody else can. She can go on social media and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. This was the premiere. This was one of the episodes where she talked about what was going on with Shirley and Nesto, and she was in the comments, and I tried to catch her in the comments. Hold on. She was in there. But this wasn't the video. This wasn't the receipt I wanted to show you. But anyway, she was in there. This video right here, Sonia, disgruntled ex-boyfriend. This little thumbnail right there, this is the video where I read the article from the Plain Dealer, and that's the one where she talks about, and somebody nosy went and got the article about when I got shot, and she's, she's got a problem with that. So she doesn't want people to read it, but then if you read it, you're wrong. Let me see. Does that make it better? Yes, a little bit. Okay. I agree, the call. So we'll go through these. I'm just still working on this. This was another one where she was pissed. So this was over on my other channel. She was on both of my it's very annoying. When I go back and look, and then I guess I noticed, hey boo boo, hey Kathy, how are you? Um we'll be watching Lori Vallow in a minute. I don't want to miss the beginning, but it's 1:15 right now. Why are you rehashing old phone? Why? What does she mean? Why am I rehashing? I didn't post the phone call. I'm doing a reaction to it. So, here this is December 9th, 2023. Why are you rehashing old phone calls from before July this year? They no longer speak. You bloggers claim they were never married. All this stupid stuff, right? But she will sit there and say now that she was never in the comments. This is a video, girl. Is I had to go back and look through all of these old videos to see, like, why was she so mad? So if you guys see a bunch of throwbacks, that's the reason why. It says 5 months ago, but it was 5 months ago, December 12th of 2023. Okay, so 5 months back from that would have been what? I don't even know, girl. July 2023. She's a nut job. And then she hashtags rumors. And then she's in the comments. Sonia can't get her lies straight. She don't know if she was shot 3 times or 5 times. Thank you makes sense. Yeah, I think you knew you should have stayed in the bushes. Special Sonia. Tasha told the lie, not me. I know how many times I was shot. Hey, Jasmine. Jasmine, we're going to be live for a while. I'm going to be streaming the Lori Vallow opening statements. I don't know if I'm not going to promise I'm going to be doing Lori Vallow every day because I feel like it might take a minute. But opening statements, definitely. Maybe we'll do recaps. We'll talk about it. Maybe I'll stream, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess I have to see what the vibe is. Streaming every day is a huge commitment. So, but I definitely wanted to catch today and see what the layout of the case was going to be. So we're going to be doing that as soon as it gets started. But I talked about one day we were talking about something, and I said I would pull all of the receipts because when I would catch her in the comments, I basically screenshot everything. And I did a couple of videos, but I don't know that I did all of these. I think I did more of the ones when she was responding back to me directly, but she was talking to y'all in these comments. I mean, how are you going to come to my comments and talk about bloggers lie when all I did in this video was read what it said? A over 20-year-old article about her behind. She was so mad about Tasha K. I need to do a search for Tasha K to see if maybe I missed some things, but you see every comment, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't know what that one was. I guess I didn't realize Had that one covered. That's because we text now. So someone said, I agree. The call Sonia dropped was boring on purpose. This is when Sonia was dropping. You see how it says Mswaller down here? When she was recording Nesto and putting calls out. Because they know we're listening now and they are really trying to push the we're just friends who talk about everything narrative. So they can scam Shirley and the public. Now they are sexting and putting other details in text. And she said, that's because we text now. All the calls are boring since we know they're out. Fun calls over. Oh, guys, everyone say hi to Jasmine. Jasmine says she missed us. We missed you too, hun. You didn't miss anything. I was gone last week on the 8th grade school trip. So that's why things had kind of slowed down a little bit. Um, Okay. We're going to get into this. I have more to come. I have more to come. I'm still doing some searches because ma'am has been worrisome at best, okay? Um but I wanted to give you guys like the 10-minute warning that I'll be live. We're going to be watching the opening statements. Hopefully you guys will jump on in and we will see. Remember, Lori is pro se, so ma'am is going to be in her glory, um, giving all of her thoughts and opinions and her version of what happened because she is going to be held to account for what happened with her husband at the time, and it's going to be interesting to see what she got to say. So that's going to be the Doomsday Cult Mom murder trial. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Girl, she's so dumb. Yes. This one, right here, baby. So I didn't want you to think I forgot about you. I know I told you I was putting all those receipts together, and I have. But I said, well, let me bubble up the videos too. Let me find the videos, even though everything is in the playlist. Like I always say, everything is in the playlist. But that's what it is. Everything is in the playlist. Are you guys going to be watching the opening statements to see what excuses this lady comes up with about her husband? I can't wait to hear the nutty as a fruitcake woman lie. Okay. Which nutty? Okay, Lori trial is going to be bananas. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. Just to kind of see which, is she able to formulate a did she formulate a defense? Like, is she going to, and I guess when you're the defense, you don't have to put on a defense. And I don't know what she's gonna say compelling to the jury regarding like why it's like, ma'am, why are you here? Type thing. I guess we're gonna just have to wait and see what she says. But obviously the prosecution is going to come up with their timeline about how things happened. This is Lori Vallow we're talking about right now. Um, we're just gonna have to see how it falls up, like how it flushes out. Lori is about to be on her best sweetie pie role. And don't forget the cheerleader vocal fry she does when it's a man. Men know when they're being manipulated. You know what I mean? They know. I think that girl, I don't think she has the pull that she used to with men. She's charming, but I don't know that she's going to charm them into thinking she had nothing to do with this. Why? But I guess the scenario of, you know, Charles came for him, so he shot. Girl, baby, we gonna have to see. I can't even begin to come up with anything. I just can't. All right, guys, let me do this. We will talk Sonia and Nesto a little bit later on. Let's see how this goes. I want to get the opening statements in. I don't even know if they're going to call their first witness. I might let it go through the first witness. I don't know. We're going to check and see how it's flowing and is it interesting. If it's giving snooze fest, which I doubt, I really doubt it'll give snooze fest because the prosecutor seems ready and she seems ready to go. Lori, um, it's probably not going to be a snooze fest. Let me take that back. I feel like I have to remember, yeah, she's going to be asking all of the questions. Now she is using her lawyer and she is trying to give I'm smart, but we're going to see how that goes. Especially when she is asking questions about uncomfortable when she has to kind of rebut situations that she doesn't like. So if they get up there and say X, Y, and Z happened, and she's still running with, what are you talking about? I don't, who told you that? How do you know that? Did you see that for yourself? Um, baby, she has to wear a stun gun vest under her clothes. Yeah, if you try anything, if you try to come up there like Taylor, business, baby, you're gonna be on the floor. Okay, literally. Okay. Is it 30-minute or 30 seconds? I think there was supposed to be a delay of a certain amount of time, but I don't know. Is it 30 minutes? If it's 30 minutes, then I guess it's not starting for until another 30 minutes. I don't know. I know that there is some sort of a delay. Let me see. I remember that I was watching the hearing when they talked about the delay, but I thought it was some sort of 30-second delay. I didn't know it was a 30-minute delay. Let me see what I can find out. Um, oh, it's a 30-minute delay for streaming. Hold on, let me see. I thought it was a 30-second delay, but maybe that just went over my head. Lori Vallow starts tomorrow. The judge is allowing cameras in the courtroom, but has implemented a 30-minute delay for video streaming. So Eastern. Okay, so it's 2:00. Okay, that's fine. Guess what? We're not in a rush then. Okay. Okay. So people will start broadcasting from the beginning so I guess that gives ample time that if they feel like if she shows out and acts crazy, they will be able to say they'll be able to, I guess, stop whatever they want shown and turn back the time. That way they have some control over what is seen, what's not seen. So, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I saw the hearing and basically so when they did initially there was a hearing about like I guess a week and a half ago. There was you know what? I was reading the minutes from this last night, as a matter of fact. Let me see, since we're talking about it. Let me see if I got specifically those minutes. There was a court order and it stated something about, just a second. Daybell. Did I get the one about the jury? Okay. Let's see. All right, I opened up the court has received and reviewed the request for Arizona Republic to have a still camera present in the courtroom and take photos pursuant. Okay. That's okay. That's just somebody kind of not a Rule 22, but basic in Arizona, I guess they call it something else, but somebody else asking for camera access. So I remember the hearing. It was like a week, it was like maybe 2 weeks ago, when she was kind of like, Your Honor, it's not fair to me. And just in the pretrial, she wanted in the pretrial to have cameras not in the proceeding. And he basically said no. They talked about when the trial began and would they obviously have cameras, and the judge said there was no reason to not, but was wondering if they could put a delay and how long the delay would be. The judge, I think, wants some leeway because if I think 30 minutes gives enough time that, let's just say there is some sort of an outburst, there are some crazy people in the gallery. You just never know what's going to happen on live. Rarely, people respect the court for the most part, but you never know what's going to happen on live. And basically, I think they wanted to have enough time that if something happens, they have enough time for anyone running it live to be able to cut the feed, edit that part out, resume the feed, and nobody's going to know what's going on. No one will have known or seen other than if you were there. I don't know. I guess they're concerned. They're concerned about the factor, the X factor of the unknown, just like how Taylor Schabusiness acted a complete fool the other day in court. If they could have had a delay, maybe we would have never seen that. But I mean, she's acting up in the court. Why would we not want to know that 1 minute she's sitting there seeming normal and then the next minute she's back, she's back in a conference room, you know, like, well, what happened? She was at the table 1 minute and now she's on Zoom the next. So I think it's good, but if they have, you never know what the court knows that we don't, as far as threats or unstable behavior or unpredictable guests in the gallery, us, the bystanders coming to see the event. If someone's going to get up and say something stupid or whatever, anything can happen in an open courtroom. So I guess in an overabundance of caution, they said 30 minutes. Because I really didn't hear them try to negotiate with the judge when the judge said, he threw out a couple of things, and then next thing, and in my brain I heard 30, but I thought it was 30 seconds because 30 minutes seems like a lot. But okay, 30 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. This is going to roll you over into the next live. It says 1:30, but I guess we'll be getting it started at, closer to 2. So just bear with me for about 30 minutes. I will, and I'll probably turn it on sooner and talk to you guys before it gets started. So just give me about 15 minutes and I'll go ahead and get that one started, and we'll just sit and wait for court to start. So thank you so much to our sis, for highlighting that because I hadn't factored in the 30 minutes. So they could be actually getting started right now. But for us, girl, we gotta wait. Okay. We gotta sit and wait um another 30 minutes because folk don't know how to act in 2025. Okay. Folk don't know how to act. And oh, I'm seeing on on Law and Crime, nothing has started yet. They're still waiting for a juror to arrive. Uh, we have Alec Koberger going on. Then out of nowhere, Daryl Brooks and Taylor Shabusiness popped up out of nowhere. A comment says, we have Vallow, Karen Reed, and Koberger going on. Then out of nowhere, Daryl Brooks and Taylor Shabusiness popped out of nowhere. Right now, Lori is where they're slob. Okay. Alex Cox, she might not call anyone to could be doubted. Some people are saying they don't think she's gonna have any witnesses. Letitia Stotch was one of the worst to me. She's the stuff of nightmares. Uh she's disgusting. Yeah, she's disgusting. So is the stepmom. They never found that child. Left to school early. I'm in a private practice. I'm not trying to be an influence and definitely don't. Okay, I'm sitting up here reading the comments, y'all. Let me stop. Not sure why she went. As I'm saying that, reading another comment. Um okay, last comment I'm going to read over here on Law and Crime for the moment. It says this is going to be a dumpster fire. Get the popcorn and buckle up, folks, okay? Excellent comment. This is going to be a dumpster fire. Get your popcorn, get your snack, get your tea, get your coffee, get your Pepsi, get whatever you're drinking on, get your good snack for the afternoon. And baby, I'm very intrigued by opening statements, okay? He's going to waste his whole appeal. Look. But he, you know what I'm saying? Like, was he not on video running into people with his vehicle? It's like, come on, sir. We all saw you run into all those people at the fair. Okay? Stop it. Well, not the fair, but you know what I mean, the event that was happening. No, you're good. This was just a quickie. I'm gonna have to change the title. This was a quickie, quick. And I'm gonna run the Lori Vallow opening statements. We're gonna see how that goes. Okay. Get your okay. All right, guys, give me a minute. This is gonna roll you over to the setup that I have for the live. So you guys talk amongst yourselves in there. I'll be there in about 10 minutes to turn it on. Unless you guys want me to just turn it on and put some music. Do I have any music over here? Let me see. Until it gets started. So maybe I can do that. Give me, like I said, give me about 10 minutes and I'll go ahead and get it started. But yes, the chat is open. Okay. You always lose track of time. Okay. All right. I will shut this one down. I'll open the next one, but I'm not going to be in there for a little bit. I need to get myself together. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you in a little bit. Bye, guys. Hold on. You're going to roll. Okay.